the city of Chicago have two NFL teams? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. I'm here to talk about whether or not the city of Chicago could have two NFL teams. Now, where is this coming from? Why am I talking about this? Well, there is a reason. And that is because the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, basically is very angry at the Chicago Bears and their ownership because they're going to move away from the city of Chicago. All right. And when I say move away, I mean they're moving to the burbs, right? Just about 30 miles away in Arlington Heights. Now, that's technically not Chicago. And so that is why Mayor Lori Lightfoot is not happy, because they're leaving Soldier Field, which is an archaic stadium, and they massively need a new stadium in the worst way. Okay. So the question basically came, or I guess the comment basically came is Lori Lightfoot was kind of talking about this, and she basically said, and I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm pretty sure this is kind of what she said, which is there's a ton of NFL teams that have two teams, ton of NFL cities that have two teams. All right. So basically she's saying, I don't care if the Bears move to Arlington Heights. Well, I do care, but if they do, I'm going to go ahead and try to get another team here in Chicago, because it's big enough to have one, and we need one in Chicago. When she says in Chicago, she literally means in the city of Chicago, not in the burbs, not somewhere outside 30 miles away. So that's where it's coming from. Now, the question of if this could actually happen. Look, LA's got two football teams. New York's got two football teams. Chicago is the third largest market in the U.S. Certainly possible they could have two football teams. They have two baseball teams, right? Certainly possible that they could have two football teams. But there's a couple things here where I'm just not thinking it adds up for me. Mayor Lori Lightfoot said that the fans of the Bears won't follow them to Arlington Heights. I doubt that. I think Bears fans will follow them. I think Bears fans want to see a new world-class stadium. I think the Bears want to see an upgraded place for the Bears to play at. So I don't think that's a big issue. And number two, the Bears are a historic franchise like the Packers, right? So if you bring in another team, it is going to be a Clippers situation. And what do I mean by that? We know the LA market has two NBA teams, like the Lakers and the Clippers. Well, the Lakers have owned Los Angeles their entire existence. The Clippers have always been the secondary team, the little sister or little brother, if you will, to the Lakers. The same thing would happen here if you got a second team in the city of Chicago. I'm not saying it's not going to happen or it's a bad idea. I'm just telling you that it's not going to be close to the Bears. It's just not. And I know we've got two baseball teams here with the Cubs and the White Sox, but folks, like when we're talking about the Bears, the Chicago Bears, putting a secondary team here, it's not going to compete with the Bears. It's just not. I'm sorry. Like, you would have to have a lot of time go by before that team gets the requisite fan base needed. It would get the respect, etc., etc. I just don't see it. And the hoops you have to jump through, like, there's going to be teams in other cities, I think, that get new NFL teams before Chicago gets another one. So that's just how I feel about it. Like I said, I think it's going to be a Clippers situation here in Chicago if we get another team alongside the Chicago Bears. I just don't think it'll be equal like it is, let's say, for the Giants and the Jets, or let's say if it's for like the Chargers and Rams. So let me know what you guys think about that. Could it happen? Mayor Lori Lightfoot she is just annoyed and mad that the Bears are moving from the Soldier Field in downtown Chicago to Arlington Heights. Otherwise, she wouldn't say this. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.